All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Sndl, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Sundial Growers Inc. is hitting newer lows as we speak about it. I've spoken about the 25-cent range, which was important, the 27 range, which was important, and now we're getting closer to the 23-cent range that we talked about as we broke it down through the history of the chart. And then now, if it breaks through those points, we could be on our way to newer lows. And the next point after that, if 23 cents does get broken through, would be somewhere around down here at 18 cents, right? So I want you guys to pay close attention to these support levels because we're getting lower and lower. It's been in a very bearish run, but something that I'm seeing here is that it's kind of leveling off today. Today it did not fall steeply as it's done previously, but it's been leveled off, and we have to see if the bears are going to lose traction here or are the bulls going to come back and bring this back up, because we've been below the 50-day moving average for about almost a week now, since November 11th. So we're seeing this hit newer lows. We're seeing this break through all the support levels that we've talked about. And if 23 cents gets broken through, the next point of reference would be about 1850, 1840, give or take. We haven't gotten there yet, but I do want every investor to be aware of that. Now, in the near term, there's now two resistance levels that are super important. Well, yesterday's resistance level up here, close to 29.58, 29.50, give or take 29.60. Those are some important numbers here based off the chart to be broken through. And then yesterday's resistance level to today, which was 26.96, is going to be very important for every single investor to keep in mind on the way up this chart starts going. So right now we're currently below the 50-day moving average, which is way up here, and the 50-day moving average is 26.22. Let's see if I can land exactly on it, because those hundreds place and thousands place are a little bit hard to land on. Yeah, it's jumping around, but to be exact, it's 26.22. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So I want every single investor to keep in mind way up here, close to 29.50, just to round it down. That's an important resistance level that needs to be turned into a support. And yesterday's resistance level to today is important as well, because it is one of the most important resistance levels on the way up. So 26.96, you want to keep in mind once it breaks through the 50-day moving average. And we're going to look at this now based off the lowest points reached in the day, and also how it actually leveled off and what was the highest point reached, and so forth. So we're going to break this down in just a moment. So let's go ahead and move our support to the lowest point in the bearish run, because in one of the candlesticks that was actually bullish, which I'm going to point out in just a moment, it hit the highest point of the day and one of the lowest points. But right now in the bearish run, when this dipped before leveling off, this was the lowest point, and it's very important to keep that in mind. And then I want to talk about one of the highest points in the last couple of hours of the day, when this actually was slightly dipping even more and the bulls reappeared. So again, 50-day moving average is up here at 26.22. Super important for all the bulls to keep an eye on that, because this is the point of reference that will let us know that we're back in bullish territory or if we're still in bearish territory. So keep that in mind. The bulls need to break through that, but before getting there, they have some resistance levels to break through. So the highest point reached in this sideways movement was up here at 25.88. I'd write that down. Super important number. But most importantly is the first resistance level that's going to let us know where this is going. And that's 25.03. 25.03 is the first resistance level that the bulls need to break through, because there was a quick rejection there as it was going up and it leveled off, which it leveled off at 24.47. So 25.03, super important for the bulls to break through. It does not signify that they've gained control. That's just an indicator for us investors to let us know that the bulls are getting closer to their goal, which is the 50-day moving average, or in which direction this chart is going. So that's the beginning catalyst for the bulls to get closer and closer into bullish territory, and they need to break through 2503. On the other hand, we have what the bears want, and this is the closest to 23 cents in a bearish candlestick and one of the lowest points reached in this bearish run. So if it gets closer to 23 cents and it breaks through it, we're going to hit newer lows and we're going to see new support levels. So 23.80 is our support right now. The lowest point reached in the day, which was within the same candlestick of reaching the highest point, was down here at about 23.58. But this is our support that we want to pay close attention to, 23.80, and see how quick this is actually moving to newer lows as it breaks through that support. As you see right now, there's just another slight drop here from the previous pricing to where we're at now. Now we're at 24.31 live at 4:38 p.m. So you could see how this is actually starting to turn around from this bullish slight uptick, and the bears are starting to gain control. So you're going to want to pay close attention to this support level 23.80 if it gets broken through right now, today, in the after hours, or how it turns out tomorrow as the morning and the day unravels. But these are the most important cues, these support levels, these resistance levels. And I want to emphasize to all investors, if support is broken through, we are already in bearish territory, and that just means that we're getting further and further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So pay very close attention to how the stock is behaving. If 23.80 gets broken through, how quickly is it getting closer to 23 cents? And does it break through it? Because then the next support level would be down at that 80.50 mark. And also pay close attention to the bulls. Are the bulls trying to reappear and bring this one back up? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. In that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. In the video, I go into further detail about it, but just to summarize it, on these dates that the S&P 500 index is rising, the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets, making individual ticker symbols within the S&P 500 index rise 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but per share that does add up. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just there to inform every single investor on the great news that there's an opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. Check out the video. Should be popping up soon if it hasn't already, or if not, click on the link down below. I have it in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.